Do the influences in your life really matter? Do the people that you hang out with, that you spend time with, really shape your character? Of course they do. And we know they do. We know that many times we're a result of the 5 closest people around us. We're a result of the people that we watch all the time, that we listen to, that we spend time with. This will always shape our character in some way or another. You know, a lot of people have grown up in difficult situations. They've become a result of that situation, a result of the circumstances that were around us. How does God play a role in all of this, and what can we do to better our character? In Exodus 2, Moses is walking around Egypt, where he grew up as a Hebrew person, and he sees an Egyptian man mistreating and beating up a fellow Israelite. And in that very moment, he goes and he kills the Egyptian because he thought no one was around him. Now, he was a product of his surrounding. All he saw was fighting and punishment and death. And so he resulted in doing exactly that. Now, he flees. People found out and they called him an assassin. They labeled him a murderer. And as he goes to the desert, years and years later, God comes to him and says, hey, I have a mission for you. You're going to go back and you're going to free the people from Egypt. Now he frees people from Egypt. He comes back to the desert. And as he's walking around the desert, God says, hey, come spend time with me. As he goes to spend time with God, the people are doing something completely wrong. They are worshiping other gods. And God tells Moses, he says, hey, Moses, look at those people. They're doing something wrong. You know what? I have an idea. Let's destroy all of them. Let them all die. And then I will make a great nation out of you. And I love this part, Exodus. This is Exodus 32 and 33. And Moses, in the presence of God, says, God, how could we do this? What are people going to say about you if we just kill them all? Let's not kill them all. Spare them because they're your people and you love them. Now, it's crazy how an assassin, a murderer, can be so changed according to the presence of the people that he's around. As Moses spent time with God, as Moses was in his presence, his character was changed. His character became something different. You see, people had labeled him as a murderer, an assassin, but God had called him humble. God had called him meek. It's crazy to see that the same person in different influences was a completely different man with a completely different character. Now, this only makes me wonder, who am I hanging out with? How is my character being affected and influenced by the people around me, by the people that I spend time with? And this challenges me to spend more time with God. He changes who I am. He changes what I say. He changes how I think. And all of those things are changed for the better. Now, I know that when I'm spending time with God, not only do I feel better, but I treat others around me better. My wife can tell the difference. She knows when I'm irritated with things and the situation, and she's like, hey, you need to go pray. You need to go spend time with God. Praise God for a godly woman who understands our needs and knows that we need to spend time alone with God. But she will tell me, she's like, hey, you're not being yourself. Go and spend time with God, because his presence and his character changes who you are. And so I want to leave this challenge with you guys today. You might have been labeled as something in your life, in your past. You might have acted as a result of things around you or people around you, the situation that you grew up in. But I have good news for you. God calls you to a new level. God has a better character for you. God has something greater for you. And all you have to do to achieve that is surround yourself with His presence and His people. He will love you, and in turn, you will be able to love others. He will teach you, and in turn, you'll be able to teach others. And so, go, spend time with the Lord, dive into His Word, and be someone different. Be someone greater than who you are right now. There's always something to improve upon. Hey, my name is Felipe Amorum. This is Amorum Casa. Keep sharing life.